Right now, in keeping with this whole theme of growing global instability, our strategic partnerships, AUKUS, obviously those nuclear submarines, are becoming more urgent than ever. So fitting that I get to announce tonight Sky News' next investigative documentary that will take all of you, and me too, on the inside of our submarine force and behind the scenes of the AUKUS agreement. Here is a sneak peek.
The world has become appreciably more dangerous.
Our objective is to deal with the threat. What is life like underneath the waves?
98% boredom and 2% sheer terror.
Our submarine force, like you've never seen them before.
Once you sail, you are in another world.
There's not one building, not one person that can't be targeted.
They're hunting us.
Yep.
Danger, racket.
Pull it back.
Plus, hear the inside story of the secret meeting that rocked global politics.
The place is crawling with French Secret Service.
In an environment which was rapidly changing.
The investigation all Australians should see.
Is AUKUS on track?
The most complex strategic landscape that Australia has faced.
Do you think we're in an arms race to World War III?
Yes, I do.
Into the Deep, Australia's submarine gamble. February 25 on Sky News.
Well, I think that's the luckiest man on Sky News. Sky's investigations reporter Jonathan Lea. I say you're lucky, Jono, because I've been alongside a sub. I've never been in an operational sub, and you actually got to go down and dive and get out there in the water. Fascinating. I can't believe they let you get on one. How long were you there for?
I've got to say, also terrified. Claustrophobia is a real thing when you're going on board a submarine. So is fresh air, to be honest. Exhilarating, just to see the camaraderie of this crew and the crews of Australia's Collins-class submarines is extraordinary. And I've got to say, the food is also bloody magnificent as well. Steak hamburgers, chicken palmies, roast pork with crackling. They certainly eat well, they're paid well, and deservedly so. An amazing world when you go beneath the waves. We got a better part of 100 metres under the ocean, around 96 metres at a couple of points in time. We were a part of a K-6, which was effectively the hunting of our submarine as we tried to dodge the Navy out in the Indian Ocean. And I've also got to make the point that a number of American admirals very clearly laid out just the high regard that they hold Australia's submariners and also our Collins-class submarine, which can do things nuclear submarines can't do. And that's something which is often not told in the media.
Yeah, look, I once worked in a Defence Minister's office with a former submariner, and they are very quirky people because there's a lot of psych analysis that goes into recruiting submariners. You know, because you've got to be able to get along with people. It's a closed environment. It's obviously risky, and there's claustrophobia and all the things you talk about. But it's also really tight spaces. I mean, that's the other thing when I've gone on an air warfare destroyer or battleships and things in the past. I'm pretty tall, but I mean, I just found it to squeeze my way through. What did you think about the sophistication of the equipment, though, that you were in there, all of that sort of kit?
Yeah, look, I've got to say I'm fortunate at better part of 5'7" that I fit very comfortably on a submarine, and it seems to be the submariner's height. We came across a few others who are much taller, and it's a little more difficult. Our submarines and what they will get with the Virginia class and eventually with the AUKUS class will be a game changer. And that's an understatement. With the Virginia class, for instance, you'd be able to park it in the Brisbane River and be able to hit any city that mattered on the East Coast with Tomahawk missiles. So that's the sort of equipment we will get by the year 2032 and into the 2040s. Our submarines at the moment, they have to come up to recharge their batteries. The environment's changing because low orbit satellites and also aeroplanes give them the ability to find and target our submarines going forward. So that's the reason why we need to decouple from periscope and be able to get under the water. And what's also going to be important, and we look at in this documentary, is going to be underwater sea drones. Will they make nuclear submarines redundant, or will they end up working in cohorts with the nuclear-powered subs? And actually, will the nuclear-powered subs become the motherships which will end up guiding them? Because I tell you, these drones won't be just used to attack. They'll be used to trick the enemy and tell the enemy where they think the attack is going to be, while something else goes around the back and ends up taking out the target. It is a game changer.